Dear Lisa Anderson, dear EMPM graduates, students, alumni, dear families and friends, dear board members, faculty and staff, welcome to the opening of the academic year 2013-2014. I always think of this event, this joint event, the EMPM graduation ceremony. Yes, but you can do better than that. Come on, let's hear it. That's it. Yeah. So the graduation ceremony and the inauguration of the new academic year as a wonderful occasion for the entire Hertie community to mingle and meet one another, to come together. It is a bit of a strange hybrid creature, right, as it combines coming and going. Some are saying hello, others are saying goodbye, but I think it is the mix, indeed, that makes it so special. So what do we have in this room? We have nearly 120 new MPP students. Welcome, MPP students. We have 120 EMPM graduates. Very good, yes. And we have over 25 new students joining the EMPM, the Executive Master Program today. Yes. Today we have also new PhD students. We have 12 new PhDs coming, the second cohort. That's also a very, very good achievement. But last but not least, we have also here around 50 dual degree and exchange students. That's the highest number of students from our international partners coming to Hertie. And in fact, we are welcoming more students this year than we are sending to our partners, which is a good indication that we are achieving the international profile that we always wanted to have. So let me just extend my warmest welcome to you all, and especially to the EMPM. We did not coordinate this, but to the EMPM graduates, and I really wish you all the best in the years to come, and please stay in touch and become an active member of our alumni association. And for all of those who are joining us, you should know that we're entering a very special year. We are a relatively young institution. We are going to be 10 years old next year, and in May 2014, that's a date, it's the end of May, we would all like you to be here, to come back for our Jubilee. And indeed, this entire academic year is going to be dedicated to activities that have to do with looking back, looking forward, with 10 years of the Hertie School. We want to celebrate 10 years of what in many ways is an ongoing experiment, right? To build an international public policy school in the heart of Europe, a school that is to join, over time, the ranks of the leading public policy schools on this continent and beyond. We can look back to 10 successful years indeed, and knowing that building a university is the work of generations, we have many plans, and we step into this new academic year full of energy and with the entrepreneurial spirit that has served the school so well. Over the past year, there have been many new developments here at the school, and let me just summarize some of them. We have continued to internationalize. For the third semester, you, the incoming MPP students, will have a choice of an even larger number of partners where you can either have a dual degree or aim for a dual degree, or you can simply go there for a master as part of an exchange program. So I'm happy to announce that just in the last few weeks, we have signed an exchange agreement with the Foundation Getúlio Vargas in Brazil and the School of International Relations and Public Affairs at Fudan University in Shanghai. And next week, the chairman of our board, Dr. Weiss, and I will travel to Moscow, and we will sign a memorandum of understanding with the Moscow School of Higher Education to become effective fall of 2014 as well. There have been major additions to our faculty in the last 12 months. So let me just summarize or just state who has joined the school. We had Joanna Mayer joined the school as Professor of Organizational Leadership. She comes to us from ESADE in Spain and Stanford. Björn Niehaves was appointed as the INIT Chair for e-governance. Christian Jürges joined us as a senior professor in European and international law. Christian Traxler and Carsten Bernot, both economists, joined us as well. Very recently, in fact, as of the 1st of September of this year. Christian more in the field of public economics and Kirsten more in macroeconomics. And then in the winter, Michaela Kreinfeld, a professor of sociology, will join us, and she will specialize in social policy and demography. Additionally, the Hertie School is also pleased to welcome eminent sociologist Woody Powell from Stanford, who will come to the school on a regular basis for a number of years and teach advanced courses in organizational analysis, both for our master's students and for the PhDs. Apart from a growing faculty, we also welcomed 4 new members to the school's board of trustees. We have Franz Baumann, who is the highest-ranking official from Germany at the United Nations. He's Assistant Secretary General at the UN in New York, will join us. We have Wolfgang Ischinger, the former German ambassador to the United States and the UK. He now runs the Munich Security Conference. We have Bruno Le Maire, who is a former French minister, and he's the National Assembly Deputy for Europe. And finally, we have Alison Smalley, the Berlin bureau chief from the New York Times and previously from the Herald Tribune. We also continued, and will continue, a flourishing culture of debate and public events by hosting lively discussions with leading politicians, academics, public intellectuals, and I'm convinced that a year to come, that we're inaugurating today, will see a similar level of activity. Just last night, we had Francis Fukuyama give an address to us, and I think given that it's our 10th anniversary, we will make sure that we have a very, very good series of public events taking place at the school throughout. So let me briefly say a word or two about our commencement speaker, Lisa Anderson, who arrived in Berlin this morning, flying through the night from Cairo, and she just told me that you have to avoid the curfew in Cairo. So even if you have a flight to Europe, the flights to Europe very often leave at midnight, but then the curfew starts much earlier, so you have to be at the airport for hours and then fly here. So it's indeed a double honor that you made it through those predicaments to be here. So Lisa is president of the American University in Cairo and has been so since January 2011, which is just prior to the outbreak of the revolution, if indeed outbreak is the right word for it. And prior to this, she served as the university's chief academic officer from 2008 to 2010. She was professor of international relations at Columbia University and dean of the School of International and Public Affairs at Columbia. And indeed, SIPA, as we call it, is one of our closest allies, so to speak. And Lisa has seen the Hertie School grow from the beginning. I think you were there when it started, and here we are a decade later, and so happy to welcome you as our commencement speaker. Before joining Columbia, you were at Harvard, and you have an incredible list of accomplishments that I won't read all of you. I'll just give you a few glimpses of what Lisa has achieved. She was president of the Middle East Studies Association. She was on the board, or chair of the board, of the Social Science Research Council in New York. She was on the council of the American Political Science Association, the board of the Carnegie Council on Ethics in International Affairs, on the board of Human Rights Watch, co-chair of the International Advisory Board of the von Humboldt Foundation in this country, and member of the Council on Foreign Relations. Lisa is a graduate of Sarah Lawrence College in New York. She's a graduate of the Fletcher School at Tufts and of Columbia, where she received her PhD in political science. Among her many publications are 4 books that I would like to read to you. Just read you the title, but you get a sense of the topics that Lisa has covered and focused on over the years. The first is Pursuing Truth, Exercising Power, Code in Social Science and Public Policy in the 21st Century, published by Columbia University Press. The State and Social Transformation in Tunisia and Libya, Transition to Democracy, published by Columbia, and The Origins of Arab Nationalism. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Lisa to the school and to the podium. Lisa, you have the word.